Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Simply Hooked, a Crochet Podcast. I am your host, Marcy, a crochet artist, mom, and creative entrepreneur. Join me as we explore the art of crochet and the beauty of being uniquely made. So today, we are diving into a concept that has profoundly shaped my journey as a creative entrepreneur, and I think you will find it pretty impactful too. It's called Ikigai. If you have never heard of it, Ikigai is a Japanese idea that translates to a reason for being. It's the sweet spot of life, where your passions, skills, purpose, and the world's needs all intersect. Finding your Ikigai can lead to a life filled with joy, fulfillment, and intention. So in this episode, we are going to uncover the history of Ikigai, how it influenced my crochet business, and how you can discover your own. So the word Ikigai comes from Japan, where Iki means life, and Gai means value or worth. Together, they describe the joy found in life's purpose. Ikigai isn't just about achieving grandiose goals. It's more about finding fulfillment in the small, meaningful moments that make life worth living. In Okinawa, Japan, which is famous for its many centenarians, which are people that live to be 100 or more, Ikigai is deeply ingrained in the culture. It's tied to staying active, having a sense of community, and contributing to something bigger than yourself. Researchers have linked this sense of purpose to longevity and well-being. If you have not watched the documentary on Netflix called Secrets of the Blue Zones, please check it out. It is so good. It gives a really in-depth look into regions around the world with the highest concentration of centenarians. And the first episode is in Okinawa, so they go pretty in-depth into Ikigai. So picture this. Ikigai is often visualized as a Venn diagram with 4 overlapping circles. So circle 1 is what you love, your passion. Circle 2 is what you're good at, your vocation. Circle 3 is what the world needs, your mission. And circle 4 is what you can be paid for, your profession. In the center, where these 4 circles intersect, is your Ikigai. It is your unique reason for being. I found an article by Dr. Isa, I don't want to botch her last name, I cannot pronounce it, starts with a K. She's a lecturer in anthropology at the University of Exeter, and she explains that Ikigai is more than just finding happiness. Unlike the Western pursuit of happiness, which often focuses on personal satisfaction, Ikigai encompasses your social identity, such as work or family, and the pursuit of self-realization through hobbies or travel. This perspective deeply resonates with me because it shows how connecting our passions to the broader world can give life deeper meaning. Dr. K also shares that Ikigai is about the process and immersion in meaningful activities rather than achieving a single goal. The idea of embracing the journey aligns so beautifully with the creative process of crochet. Every stitch we make isn't just about finishing the project. It's about the joy we find in the process, the stories we share through our work, and the connections we build along the way. Focusing on the process rather than the end result can help us lead lives that feel more fulfilling and intentional. So for me, learning about Ikigai was a real game changer. It gave me clarity and helped me align my crochet business with my deeper purpose. Last year, I joined one of Kathy Heller's programs, and we did an Ikigai exercise. This was really fun and eye-opening. If you're curious about finding your own Ikigai, I encourage you to do this exercise. So grab a piece of paper and a pen, and give yourself 30 seconds to answer each of these 4 questions. Now, do not overthink it. Write down the first words that come to mind, as many as you can think of, and then we'll go back and dissect it. Question 1. What do I love? Question 2. What do people tell me I'm good at? Question 3. What does the world need more of? And question 4. What can I get paid for? So take a few minutes to jot down some answers, and then look at all the words that you just wrote down and see if you can find a common denominator. I'm going to share what I wrote for each of these. These were the first things that popped into my head. What I love: time with my family, God, crocheting, coffee, photography, writing, graphic design, videography, creativity, being home, building my business, quiet time, crafting, peace and calm, waking up early, yarn, and storytelling. And what the world needs more of, I wrote down art, creative outlets, and connection. What people tell me I'm good at, I wrote crochet, writing, photography, videography, communication, teaching, being creative, reliability, and my work ethic. What I can be paid for, I thought crochet patterns, finished products, teaching, sharing my knowledge, licensing designs, taking photos and videos for other people, and helping other people build their brand. So these were all of the things that came to my mind just in the 30 seconds I gave myself for each question. Seeing everything written out like this was a real light bulb moment for me. The common denominator that I saw was that I not only loved creativity, but specifically creating things from scratch. I love turning nothing into something in all aspects of my life. So it's not just crochet, it's all the aspects of building my business. I loved everything. I love taking photos of my products and editing them. I love recording videos and tutorials and editing them. I love working in Canva and building my brand. I love writing blog posts and designing new patterns. I love looking for new ways to build my email list and nurture the people in my community. I also love the problem solving and connection that comes with entrepreneurship and the arts. So everything that I love the most starts from nothing. I love bringing things to life and then amplifying them through an editing process and then sharing the final product with the world. I just love being creative, period. It brings me immense joy and satisfaction. This is what I get lost in doing. So this Ikigai exercise also helped me realize that the world needs art. And the world needs creative spaces for people to indulge in the joy that creativity brings into our lives. So now I feel like my passion and my business are actually meeting a need in the world. And that was a pretty cool realization. This activity also got me thinking about the different ways I could get paid for doing these things that I love. So if you are a creative entrepreneur or aspire to be one, this is where it gets kind of fun. Brainstorming ways that you can create revenue streams by doing what you love and asking yourself this question: how can I monetize my knowledge? How can I monetize my passion? So whatever it is, whatever your passion is, your gift, your sweet spot in life, this is an area that you are an expert in. You don't always need credentials to back that up. There is certainly no college degree in crochet and creativity. But my passion for the craft and years of experience make me an expert in the field. And if you're an expert in a particular area, then you have knowledge worth sharing. You have knowledge that other people want to know. and the right people will be willing to pay for it. So for me, when I started brainstorming, I really had to start thinking outside the box. The most common way to get paid for crochet was to make products and sell them. Of course, still do this. This is a proven and effective revenue stream. And then there's writing patterns. I was already full steam ahead on both of these. So what else was there? I knew that there was teaching. That was something that was a little outside of my comfort zone and I had never put much thought into, but I knew that there was value in that. So this is what led me down the path of creating my online course and starting a YouTube channel. I also thought about how I could use my skills of building my business to help someone else build their business too. I thought about licensing my designs, publishing my designs with a publisher, or somehow creating a membership or subscription program. A few of these I haven't even gotten to yet. These are just the brainstorming ideas I came up with. But when you really sit down and think of all the ways you can get paid for doing what you love, you may be surprised at how many revenue streams you think of. I feel like discovering my Ikigai last year is what really jump-started my business. You can't move forward until you know where you're going. And that's what your Ikigai helps you do. It helps you realize what your starting point is. What brings you joy? What would you be thrilled to do every day, even if you didn't get paid? And then figure out the different paths you can take to make this sweet spot of your life really come to fruition and create a consistent, reliable revenue stream. So let's dive a little deeper into these 4 questions and help get your juices flowing. So look back at your list and feel free to add on to these as you answer these questions. So the first question, what do you love? Think about the activities that light you up. What makes you lose track of time? What brings you joy and utter fulfillment? The second question, what are you good at? What skills have you absolutely mastered? Or what skills do you have that you could improve a little bit? What do people compliment you on and say, wow, you're so good at that? The third question, what does the world need? How can your passion or skills make a difference? What problems can you help solve for other people with your passion and skills? And what can you be paid for? Are there opportunities to monetize your passion? Can you sell your work, teach others, or offer a service? So don't worry if these answers are not coming to you immediately. Take a couple days to ponder these. Finding your Ikigai is truly a journey of self-discovery, experimentation, and growth. So once you identify your Ikigai, how do you put it into practice? Here are some tips. Design with purpose. Focus on projects that excite you and align with your values. Serve your community. Think about what your audience needs. What are they looking for? How can you bring value to them? So for me, that would be beginner-friendly video tutorials, custom orders for customers, or unique amigurumi designs that no one else has tried before. And stay authentic. Your Ikigai is uniquely yours. Do not fall into the comparison trap. Really lean into what makes you special. And then build sustainability. Explore all the ways you could monetize your work that feel aligned with your life and your values. Whether it's selling patterns, teaching workshops, or starting a podcast like this, I guarantee you there is a monetary path, probably several, that fit your Ikigai. So thank you for spending this time with me. I hope that today's episode inspired you to reflect on your own Ikigai and how it could guide your crochet journey, business, or any part of your life. If you're ready to dive deeper, take time to explore those 4 questions. Journal your thoughts, try new things, and trust the process. Finding your Ikigai is about more than work. It's about creating a life you love. I would love to hear your thoughts or stories about discovering your purpose. Connect with me on social media at simplyhooked1 or email me at hello@marcymade.co. To browse my crochet patterns and learn more about my Learn to Crochet course, visit my website at marcymade.co. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who might need a little creative inspiration. Until next time, friends, keep creating, keep dreaming, and remember, you were uniquely made for something beautiful.